Hey everyone, World Squid again with another Slice and Dice beta update video. Today I spent a couple of runs, did a couple quick ones like one on easy, things like that to get a little bit of unlocks, so I can show off a cool new mode out of all these massive amounts of modes that are in here right now. So we're gonna check out Generate mode today. So, if you notice, it says all heroes randomly generated. So it leads to a lot of really interesting stuff. Hopefully, I can show off some of that for you guys today. We'll play on normal today, just to see if we can get far under all circumstances, because I'm certainly not great at generate mode. So first, you notice everyone's got really randomly generated names, but they all kind of look the same. Let's take a look at our randomly generated heroes first. We have an orange who has a 2 damage, 3 1 damage sides, and then a 1 damage cleave. Interesting. We have a yellow who has a 1 damage cleave chain, which is actually pretty neat since the orange hero has a cleave as well. And then 2 1 damage sides, and then 3 misses. We have a gray with 4 shield, 1 charged. So a bonus based on how much mana we have. A heal and shield, and just a regular shield. Then we have a red who also has 3 blanks, a 1 damage self heal, heal 1 with mana gain, and heal 1 boost. So relatively good size considering we have a couple of boostable sides here with the top 2 heroes, and the spell is Gaze, which is for 1 mana, gain a reroll next round, which is a pretty cool spell. I like that one. And then, oop, I don't like that one. And then our blue hero, oh boy, also has 3 blanks, has 1 mana single use, and 1 damage weaken single use. So it's going to be a tough one to use, tough one to have any kind of consistency. But the spell is Gather. Replace blank sides with 2 mana this turn. One nice thing about Gather, well, besides the fact that Gather is a spell on its own, Gather is kind of weird. You need to have 2 blanks for Gather to actually produce anything for you. Otherwise, you're spending 2 mana to gain 2 mana. But the second you roll 2 blanks in a turn, you then can use Gather to generate 4 mana instead of 2, or with 2, which is pretty good, especially with how many misses we have or like blanks we have in our team. The biggest issue is going to be getting the 2 mana in the first place. Since this is 1 damage charge, not even 1 mana charged. I think I said 1 mana before. My mistake. So we have exactly 1 way to get mana here and 1 way to get mana here, and that's it to try to get this gather going. But and then our gray hero has 4 sides that benefit from mana. But we could probably get something to work here. Let's see. This will keep the yellow alive. This can take out this rat, and we're just kind of looking for anything with these 2 heroes. Yeah, one thing about this update in particular is the amount of times you'll see it multiple heroes just roll 3 blanks in a row. I personally am all for more blanks in general, but I don't know, it feels very, very, very bad when you just roll and absolutely nothing happens. There's a interesting decisions to be made when you have to choose between rolling and keeping what you have, but there's no interesting decision when you just have nothing at all times. You just kind of sit there and wish that you'd get anything. And that's a win. All right. So our first hero upgrade. So what's super interesting about generate mode, in my opinion, is the consideration of what hero you're upgrading. So both of these heroes seem like they're prime targets for upgrading because there's the 3 misses and the fact that their mana generation is so low that no matter what spell I get, we're gonna be struggling. Also, technically, the Y1 has the same odds of it, like being relatively weak. However, we have this hero here that has 2 shield 5 sides, which is very strong. That is almost back before 1.0 was released. I played a beta version of the game where the old keeper had 2 shield 5 sides. They had a keyword on it that let shields carry over to the next round. But to show you how strong 5 shields are, the old keeper used to have them. So this is super strong, even though our G1 hero is theoretically quite strong, especially if I can get heroes that give good mana generation. But let's look at our red hero. Red hero has a heal 3 W side, which is very strong. Technically, it's about as strong as the Mender, or sorry, not Mender, the old medic in 1.0 who had the heal 2 cleave. But this, you can, when you double use, you can choose any 2 targets you want to, so you're very likely going to be able to heal 6 out of this one. Then we have a heal, shield, and mana gain 1, and then just a single mana. So still not great mana generation, but a very nice healing side. And we have wings for 2 mana, heals 3, flanking. This one's a strange one, but it has some uses. It's very efficient healing. It's 6 healing for 2, but it can only hit the top and bottom targets. There are certain fights where that works really well, and then there are certain heroes, like you can stack a lot of health on those two, so they're more likely to be taking damage. It's very good with a certain other blue hero that might have a lot of pain mana sides. So there's good stuff with this, but in general, I think I gotta go with the shield 5. I think that is just so strong that might be able to carry me to further get me further along, and we'll just kind of live with these two for now. All right, so this is a great first roll. This is a great pretty much everything. I will re-roll. I feel that orange has no sides that I can re-roll this safely. So I will look for one of the other 2 sides, but I'm tempted to boost this for 2 mana just so I can store 2 mana for gathers. So that way I can actually start getting mana generation in the future. That's kind of my plan at the moment. I could also boost this side here to snipe this archer, but with the amount of damage I'm not really taking, I think I'm fine just storing mana. A handful of the new blue heroes have spells where you get a lot of benefits from being able to store mana as efficiently as you can. Actually, so one of the things is I had 2 blanks here. I could have easily re-rolled this and kept those 2 blanks, trying to get a 3rd blank. So when I cast Gather, I then have 6 mana. That is a completely viable strategy. But instead I just rolled relatively well. Oops, that is not the right hero. And I can even cast that next round. And I think we are in the clear. Oh yeah, easily. I swear I can click on an archer, I promise. All right. First rewards. So we have Cloak for making a return, replacing the middle left side with dodge all enemy attacks. And now a new one, a revive potion. So this is new. There's a keyword called drink. It says discard all your potion items. This says replace the middle right side with revive the top 2 most defeated or 2 top most defeated allies. So it's a revive 2, one-time use, which is interesting. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about potions so much, but I think I'm just going to go with. So also, if you notice on the bottom, there is a strange thing. This tier 0. Tier 0 items, we haven't shown any yet, but I did unlock some on my way to try to unlock this mode, are very interesting. Most of them are meant to do pretty much absolutely nothing unless you hit a very strange condition. So the risk here is pretty high. if I were trying to like streak unfair, I think I would absolutely just take Cloak, especially because Cloak is just so much better than a 1 damage side. But for fun, let's go with this random item. All right, cool. We got the extra pocket. It gives an extra item slot with a maximum of 3. And you might say that doesn't sound very useless. You have to equip it on someone. So you go from having 2 item slots to 2 item slots. So yep, that item does nothing. All right, let's see here. We'll keep you. I'm gonna reroll that. Actually, no, I won't. I'll keep this. Anything? No, darn. And yeah, if it's not very obvious, we are definitely relying very heavily on our gray hero to just block to let us actually get something going. But hey, playing a slow defensive style works pretty well oftentimes. Okay, let's see if we get another 3-0 in a row. Nope, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Do I want to? No, I want to store for gather, I guess. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, this is much better. We'll keep this too. Also, Boris have got so 2 things. 1, crazy awesome synergy with a single use side and gather, making more blanks. But Boar also has a new passive. Boar has the very last pip has to be removed on its own. So it's much like what slate damage used to be. So let's see. It's 1, 2, 3. If I roll a blank here. No. Okay, actually, no, this is fine. This is lethal already. First. Attack. Alright, next new hero. Wow, okay. We have an orange hero with 2 1 damage copycat, another new keyword. It says copy all keywords from the previously used dice this turn. We have 1 damage poison dose, which is poison inflicts a damage as usual, but dose then gives you a bonus equal to the amount of poison on the target. So one thing I've never actually this is on a new hero or another hero, regular one. I'm not sure if the poison happens first, then the dose buffs this, so it's just 2 damage every time. Might be interesting to find out. But anyway, 1 damage, 1 mana, and then 1 damage ranged. So with the copycat sides, you can copy cleave from this, and this will then also copy chain, which means the second one will always chain. So one will have a 1 damage cleave, and the other will then be a damage cleave no matter what. This charged, you can actually make it so that if you're banking a decent amount of mana, you can actually have the 1 damage charged or 1 damage steal, which gains bonus to your current shields. Then let's see, self heal is another keyword. Mana gain now is a keyword, so you can actually have that side give you mana. Boost doesn't work because you're going to be hitting an enemy, so it's not going to boost enemies for you. It will take single use and weaken, so it will become a blank afterwards, but it's also then a weakened side, which is fine. And it can also gain charge in single use. So it has a lot of different keywords that can hit. So now we have the tier 2 blue has one mana pair, which gives you 2 mana instead of 1 if the last thing you used was 1 pip, which we have quite a lot of 1 pip sides. So the odds that none of our heroes would roll a 1 pip side is pretty low. Then you have 2 1 mana cantrip. Interestingly, this when it activates, if you roll it, will also then guarantee the pair if you don't have any other cantrips. So this hero can actually synergize with themselves as they're rolling, which is kind of neat. Then you have 1 mana. and then 1 mana decay, which is a new keyword that is the opposite of growth. Every time you use this, it goes away. So this is basically single use at the moment. But it doesn't turn into a blank after single use. So it's actually worse than single use. And then a new spell, which is Burn for 1 mana. Deal 1 damage to all heroes and monsters once per turn. This one is very interesting. I think a lot of people would dislike using it because it hurts yourself, but you get to pick when you use it, and often you are doing more damage than you are taking, or it does the 1 damage you need to kill an enemy and therefore prevent more damage than what you would take, and you are allowed to heal and block before you cast the spell. So since you have all that control, this spell turns out to be pretty strong, especially for only 1 mana. So I like both of these heroes. I think so as much as I would love to test this out, because I actually have no idea if this does 2 damage in poison 1 on the first attack. As much as I'd love to see that, I think I'm going to replace our blue hero simply because our blue generated tier 1 is so much worse. The only thing I'm going to miss is this 1 damage weaken, which I could get technically a weaken 2 just for the poison cloud and for, all enemies. That's such a very strong mitigation. But I think just having a better dice and better spell is going to get us further. So I'm going to take the blue hero. And then, yeah, I only have this extra pocket, so I don't need to worry about where my items go. All right, we got some good rolls. And also, remember that we were saying that the 1 mana cantrip, you see how it actually has 2 pips here now? If no other dice gets used first, this will stay at 2 mana. So I definitely am very incentivized. Oh yeah, look at that, rolling for 2 mana. I'm pretty sure this hero on just this single turn generated more mana than the other blue hero for the last 3 fights. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, another neat use about burn is that since all of your heroes are full health, you can burn and then get value out of this heal and this heal. So you can gain even more of a benefit. Well, I say benefit. You can tip the odds more in your favor. There we go. And I think I will use. Oops, that's undo, not view characters. I've been doing that a lot recently. I don't know why. Yeah, let's go with it. Let's add extra rerolls. I think extra rerolls are very strong, and I would gladly spend a mana for an extra reroll in almost every case. Okay, good blocking side. All right, also very good. I think this is quite nice. We keep anything here. I'm still fine rerolling this, even though it's a 1 in 6 chance of disaster, and jinx myself. Go like this. We burn here. Now 2 other heroes are gone. So I'm gonna push the troll. Actually, no. I will just cast Gaze first. Let the Troll King do their thing, and then have this 3 mana stored out. So based on the way this fight's been going, I am really tempted to. I'll just take these. I don't. As much as I would love to push for these 2. No, I have 3 rerolls too. I'm gonna reroll a little risky. So let's take a look at the Troll's health. It's 11. So we have 10-9. If you roll any mana, it's 8-7. This would be 6-5-4, which would put them at 5 for next turn, which is still kind of rough. So I think I do want to. Well, this is just the same, so I'm keeping that. But I do think. Well, obviously I want to reroll this, but I would like to reroll both, just to try to eke out that little bit of extra mana. This is perfect. Oh, absolutely excellent. Okay, no, good. That worked out very well. So we will do 2-2 that we're 1 damage off, but we have a whole next turn. So all we have to do is roll 2 damage. So even though this looks disastrous, we're completely fine. Also, I am not sure if this is a bug or not. So all 3 of these mid heroes were dying to poison. They have 1 health and they're all poisoned 1. Troll rolls a cleave side and just attacks 3 heroes that are already dying, all already dying. I'm not sure if that ever happened in the base game, and I thought all enemies could hit any target they wanted to as long as one of them wasn't already like dying. I guess that's not the case, and I must have just missed that every single time, or that is something new added into the beta. Also, we finally activated the cleave synergy on a turn where we are overkilling. Perfect. Oh, nice. We got an achievement. We had 4 heroes on 1 HP, and we get the Relic, which I think is an excellent item, which says if you are on 1 HP, every side gets boosted by 1. Well, we just unlocked it. We didn't actually get it. Okay. 2 items make a return. Powdered Mana, which replaces blank sides with 1 mana, and Citron Ring, which improves the rightmost side by 1. So, if we take a look, we only have 1 rightmost side, and that is definitely the weakest side. So improving it by 1 is not super valuable, but it helps. It certainly is not. It's better than a tier 0. And then powdered mana. So powdered mana used to replace blanks at all times. Now it only replaces blanks at the start of the fight. So if I were to have my old tier 1 blue back who had that single use side, if I use it, that side will then go and become a blank, even with powdered mana now. It used to not do that, and that is just an intentional change from the developer. Not sure how I feel about that exactly, but it is what it is, and I'm glad I know it, because that I'm sure would throw me off quite a lot. So I have multiple heroes that I think would benefit a ton from powdered mana at the moment, and I think powdered mana helps you in case you get just more upgrades with random heroes that have a lot of blanks. So even though 2 random tier 1 items seems a little tempting, just because I could get top bottom replacers and things of that nature, I think powdered mana is just too good, too strong, too reliable. I'm gonna put this on the third. Actually, no, I'm not. There's a spoilers. If you play the beta, there is a bug using the third item slot. If you save and quit, which I don't plan on doing, but it might have to happen. You can lose this item. It can just be completely not like the game forgets to save it. It forgets that that third slot exists when you save and load. So I'm gonna put it on the second slot, not the third, and move on. All right, we have some good. This hero doesn't do any damage, right? Yes. Okay. So we have some good damage output, but we really need to clear out this snake. So I need any mana. Perfect. And I'm not. Am I gonna? Yes, I am. All right. Oops. Undo. I want to keep these, and I'll just reroll this one. Because I have this second mana here, we can guaranteed kill the snake. So I might as well just greed for extra mana. Yeah, there we go. And take no damage. And then now Gaze is even better with this hero because the more rerolls you get, the more chance of just randomly generating mana. So that's 6. Okay, that's a kill. Cool. Perfect fight. Now we get another hero. The fun part of this one. So we have another orange. 2 damage, 1 damage copycat, 1 damage poison, 1 damage cantrip, and the dodge with 9 health, which is a crazy amount of health. One also thing to keep in mind here is that copycat will copy cantrip. So you can cantrip yourself and then, or this B2 can roll a cantrip and then this can act, or this can also then get cantrip. The only semi-bizarre part of that interaction is whatever dice lands first matters. If the cantrip die hits the ground first and stops, and the cantrip activates, then this will get cantrip. But if this lands and then a split second later the cantrip happens, this gets cantrip but does not activate cantrip. Anyway, long tirade there. Now we have another red. We have heal 2 mana gain, which is an incredibly good side. A lot of tier 3 reds had that 1 or 2 of this side. then 3 heal 1 mana gains, a heal 1 to all other allies with pain and vitality. Oh, this is heal 1. Oh yeah, but it's max HP. So it basically is the same thing, but these are just added as keywords. So that way this can be considered a heal side. And then a 1 mana side. So we no longer would need powdered mana on this hero. We can put it on our... And then the spell is the same because it's a randomly generated tier 2 spell. I actually really like this. I know we're not giving a lot of love to the orange upgrades, but I think our orange is one of our strongest base heroes. So I think me being tempted to upgrade them early is pretty low. Although we do lose the cantrip funness, that's going to have to go anyway sometime. So might as well be now. All right. Still excellent, excellent blocking. This hero is so good. Let's see. And we can roll for the cleave sides definitely. Like that. And take the mana as it comes. All right. Do we have to... Okay, yeah, never mind. I was looking at this side here. After it's used, it activates itself. So I keep looking at the fact that it has 2 pips after it used itself and thinking that I had a chain somewhere where I don't. But anyway, that's a... Oh, before I do this, I can use burn and then heal. And the reason I'm trying to do that is I'm trying to proc... Oh, actually, I should introduce new enemies. Just in case. Bandit has 2/5 and 2/6 damage sides, which is pretty rough. A 2 and a 1 poison, so it does a lot of damage. It has 8 health, but if adjacent enemies are overkilled by 2 or more, it just runs away. So I am trying to set that up here with this goblin, but I don't think I can do 3 damage in a single attack. So maybe I won't set that up. Maybe I will instead. Hold on, I'll get here eventually. Let me if I burst that. I don't need to do that though. Yeah, I'm trying to burn, heal, and then kill this like exactly, but it just doesn't work out. And I do want to get burn value, so whatever. We had a really good turn 1, so this will always be 2 mana. Yeah, I'm fine with rerolling that. Cool. All right, so easy kill here. Goblin runs away. Unholy Strength, new item. Immune to shields, immune to healing, but the entire middle row gets +1. And then a return Droopy Hat. You get 2 max HP and 2 max stored mana. So currently, there are a number of heroes on this team that would benefit from +1 to the middle row a lot. Especially this blue hero who has 2 mana cantrip, or will have 2 mana cantrips instead of 1 mana cantrips. And then this side will be able to be used twice instead of just once. Having a cleave and then just extra attack sides like this are both pretty good. And then gaining an extra heal and mana gain on both of these is also very strong. So I'm definitely going to take Unholy Strength. I think it's a very, very strong item. But I would like to keep in mind this spell becomes way more useless if you put it on either one of these heroes. So it's just something to keep in mind. And this becomes significantly more difficult to manage if you're immune to heals and shields. So those are the 3 best targets in my opinion. I could technically put it here, which then if I do get the cleave, like the chain, this would actually be a 4 instead of a 2, which is very, very, very strong. But I'm going to put it here. we haven't used wings yet. We haven't had need to, and 5 health on a tier 2 is not super high. So it naturally doesn't synergize with wings anyway. So let's see. I like these. I guess I'll keep. No. This can't miss, right? Yeah. Okay. So we have burn, so we should definitely do that. We can heal, and then another really solid first turn. Oh, even better. Wow. Yeah, with rolling 5 block and having this now this crazy mana generation, it's this team is looking pretty darn good. I actually think that was lethal probably. Oh, now if it was, it's even more lethal. Oop. Um, you might do that every once in a while too when you get that spell. But yeah, we still had 7 mana left over. That is crazy. All right, we got the Slime Queen. So the Slime Queen does not have 3 Slimelets anymore at the start of the fight. So you don't randomly have to get rid of a ton of extra health that may or may not be doing a bunch of extra damage. I believe this side is changed. It now hits way harder, but it's heavy. This hits harder. It's now 5 damage flanking instead of 4, right? And this is 4 damage cleave instead of 3 damage cleave. So all that extra damage that you might be taking from like the Slimelets is now directly into the Slime Queen. Also making it much harder for Slime Queen to stall this fight. So let's look at our new heroes. We have an orange with only 5 health, 3 1 damage to all enemies sides, 2 1 damage copycat sides, which still copies, like the self or the mana gain, cantrip, those sorts of things. And then a 1 damage poison single use. And then we have this yellow. So this yellow has target hero can use their dice again, which was reserved exclusively for tier 3s in the 1.0, but now is actually kind of everywhere. 3 1 damage steel sides and a 1 damage heavy. So I think this side is absolutely awful. I think this side's pretty darn good, and I think these 3 sides work very, very well with our gray hero. So I like this hero significantly more than I like this hero. I tend to not really like the 1 damage to all super well. I think it's okay, but it tends to not be as strong. It works pretty well with the burn, but unless it's consistently boosted, I don't think it's very strong. And we could put it here, but I think this is just such a good target for the Unholy Strength. So let's grab the yellow. And let's see. I think I would be re-rolling. Technically, I think I'm re-rolling the yellow less, but actually, oh yeah, so I will put this here instead. Oops. And then order matters on items. So this would give +1 to a blank, and then it would overwrite. But now this first overwrites the blank, then gets the +1. So that's kind of how this works. So you have to pay attention to that. So I think that looks good. Oh, one major problem here, actually. This does not look good anymore. Is Slime Queen flanking will just one-shot this hero. So if I do this exactly this way, the second this side gets rolled, either I kill Slime Queen or this hero just dies. There is this hero here, which can actually benefit from it pretty decently, and I think I will do that. It's still a little tough, but it can survive 4 damage cleave and certainly is not going to get hit by this 9 damage heavy. So specifically, the Slime Queen would have to roll, has a 50-50 chance to roll it, and then a 50-50 chance. So it's still 1 out of every 4 turns this right here is going to be hit. So like on average, maybe like turn 6 is when I would have to kill Slime Queen. But with only 15 health and not being completely on their own, I'm okay with taking that risk. I certainly don't want to put this here and make them immune to block. And this target is also the same as the blue. I could put it on gray, but gray is the most likely to get hit. I think out of anyone. That could be wrong. And also my math was wrong on exactly how often this hero will be getting hit too. So you know what? Just ignore me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Actually, we will go for the big block. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. All right. So one thing, if we block here and attack, Slime Queen's going to split already, which I'm fine with. But that's just something to kind of keep in mind as the fight goes further. That is a rough roll. So now we have the choice of trying to burst down the Slime Queen next turn or this Slimer, which will determine based on what they roll, honestly, more than anything. Yeah, so since I took a damage here, because I kept forgetting that this is a thing, the Slime Queen is now going to only needs the one attack. So the Slime Queen's got to go. So this is a lot, already. Let's see. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. This is 9 damage on a steel side. So the Slime Queen's gone. We do not have to worry about that anymore. So I might just want to greed for the 1 damage cleave instead. And then I'm just going to keep whatever is rolled here. Because I do not want to lose the pair keyword. Because I want that 2 mana, and that's the only other thing I had that was at 1, because this is going to be at 9. So a nice easy hit there. I can like burst wings, or yeah, burn wings rather. But I can also just double burst. So let's just do that. Take 0 damage. All right, that looks good. Roll for good block. That's good damage. Perfect. This is starting to look very strong. Hold on, did I mess up this? Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm not gonna use this first, so this is just gonna have to not get the pair keyword. I'll survive somehow. I can what is this? 1 damage? Yeah. I'm gonna burn here. Then that fight's basically over. Oh, the slime was trying to run away. Yeah, okay, we'll let him escape. That I don't know if that ever showed up on the last video I did, but there's no penalty for letting them run away. They don't show up again or call in reinforcements. And there's no bonus for letting them flee either. They don't like throw a tier 0 item your way once you get to the final boss or anything. The only thing yeah, so it's just to save time. All right. So we have 2 returning items. We have the Hissing Ring, which replaces the middle side with 2 damage poison, which can be boosted by whoever gets Unholy Strength put on them, which I'm just going to put it back over here for now. And we have Syringe. If you have 2 or less, few or fewer, fine, sorry, living heroes, +5 to all sides. So a good, like, oh shoot, catch up, which is phenomenal on this hero. Although Unholy Strength would make them very unlikely to be that second or one of those 2 heroes alive, getting a +5 on this much mana is very, very good. But like I said, since we're using Unholy Strength already, it's not nearly as good. It's pretty good on this red hero, and not so great on the other ones, just because they're not going to be able to survive or work on their own too well, or survive on their own. So Hissing Ring, Hissing Ring helps the random generation. The more you get, the more things that are generated, the more likely you are to have a middle side that's not going to be so great. So I will grab the Hissing Ring. Used to be my old favorite item in the entire game. I used to have a 100% pick rate on it. But that was before I started actually successfully win streaking on Unfair. So I don't think it that means it's the best I don't think it's the best item still. So we also have Fanatic, which is a new enemy. I mentioned how much I love them last video too, but they have 7 damage exert, which is a keyword that says next turn they skip. 6 damage pain and 8 damage pain. So they're doing a ton of damage. But sometimes they hit themselves and sometimes they skip their next turn and they have a ton of health. This enemy is rough. And then ghosts have a new passive. They no longer make spells more expensive, but they have the old witch boss passive, which is once you get to here, they become invulnerable. So yeah, this hero is taking a lot of damage. Okay, so if I boost this with 1, 2, 3 mana here, this will be a shield 4. So this will be 5 damage, and then I can cleave. Yeah, I'm actually just going to keep this roll. No, I'm not. I'll keep these, and I will just reroll here. There's no way I can get just 1 mana, right? Yeah, there's one way. There's a 1 in 6. All right, I'm gonna risk it. Okay. Very thankful that didn't happen. So we have this here, do the 5 damage here, and then just hold on to everything else. All right, already a very strong roll. And I guess I'll keep doing that risk. There's just too many good sides. Let's see. Is there any way? Oh yeah, of course. That's just lethal. All right, good turn. All right, it's finally time. I think we've been offered an orange hero almost every single time, and we've passed on an orange hero almost every single time. We finally get to upgrade our orange. So now we have a very interesting orange hero here with 3 dodge all attacks and effects, 2 different 3 damage sides, which is very strong, and a 1 damage cantrip, which is okay, with only 5 health, but still a lot of dodges. And then we have 3 1 damage copycats, as explained before, a 1 damage poison, a 1 damage cantrip, and a 1 mana. So although this has 8 health, so that means these sides are considered to be slightly weaker overall. The copycat isn't that great. I can copy like steel, but I can't shield both of them. And then I can be like copycat mana gain, but it's only 1 mana gain. And I could copycat cantrip from my other hero, which would give 4 1 damage cantrip sides, which still isn't exactly the strongest. My biggest issue is if we fight the Lich boss in 2 floors, this hero, every time weakness is cast, can do absolutely nothing. They have to pass their turn entirely. Whereas this hero can dodge the petrify, can dodge the weakness, and has multiple sides that are good damage that will work even if I'm weakened. So I definitely am going to take this hero here, even though their health is only 5, so it doesn't exactly synergize with wings too well. And then, yeah, I guess I'll put this right here. Why not? All right, this looks good to me. All right, we roll pretty well. I think since I have this shield side, I should just go for this mid side here. I think this is still fine to reroll once. All right, I will keep the 1 mana in case I get the 2 damage. No, I won't. I don't need. I already have enough mana here. Oh boy, what a roll. Okay, so we definitely want to try to make keeping these 2 alive as easy as possible. So if I burn, I can do that. And suddenly there's no problems left. All right, cool. And we just killed on turn 1. All right, cool. I was expecting that to be much more difficult. All right. Monocle. Add engage to the middle left side. An item I believe was in the same tier, or maybe 1 tier higher in the first version. And then Pauldron. An item I think is very interesting. Change the top and bottom sides. +2 top, -2 bottom. So if you have 2 sides that are symmetrical, like this and this, it is actually technically very good to put Pauldron on a hero like this. just because having a high roll of heal 3, gain 3 mana is so much better than just having two sides that can do just the one. And this doesn't get like -1. It's not like if you roll it, you just lose mana. So this just drops down to 0, while this then goes to 3, which is huge. Also, we could put Pauldron on this hero, and it would be 3 mana pair, which would make it a 6 mana if the previously used die had, or dice, had a value of 3, which is only here right now. So it is interesting letting you stack things like this. You can even put Pauldrons on this hero to only boost these two and not lose anything here. So I think we have enough. It's a newer item. Oh, and I guess I can. This is a random tier 5 item. Yeah, Pauldron is still very good. Pauldron still works super well like here. So I think I definitely would like to put that there. The only concern I have this fight is, well, let's also take a look at the enemies real quick too. Quartzes are completely immune to spells, but they die if this pip is removed. Exactly. Like if I do exactly 5 damage, this 5th damage, they just die and I don't have to do the last 2. And they just weaken like crazy and they do 5 damage and then inflict single use on your hero. And then zombies are the same. Their damage is a little bit different, but I think. But for the most part, they're similar. And then my least favorite, Wiz. You can stun them if you knock this pip down, but they do 3 damage to all enemies, heal 4 to all allies, 5 damage, weaken 5, and then summon 3 bones. So this is brutal if you don't have any range damage. And I'm pretty sure we haven't actually even been offered ranged damage a single time. Maybe one character had like a 1 damage ranged. Oh, we had the cleaves before. Yeah, but other than that, we have not had actual range damage. So Wiz is terrifying. This is definitely a potential run ender. You have to, the easiest way to actually deal this damage is to let them summon, and then have the bones that get summoned knock this health pip out. It's brutal. It's rough. So interestingly, a couple of things is if I get the 5 shield here and shield this, I actually miss the quartz perfectly. I will put the quartz at exactly 1 HP. I miss this and I don't kill him. But I still think it's definitely worth it to continue to try to go for that combo. Or instead I'll get this. Okay. Not looking great. Oh, and this is immune to shields and healing, and both quartzes are targeting it. Well, they're dead. Oh man, I think this is over. We'll see if we can hang on somehow. But I'm distinctly missing the crescent shield with growth from last run, so I don't have a get out of jail free card for everything. Um, okay, how I have to I feel like I have to stun this. At the same time I have to be killing these quartzes, but I can't. And I also feel like I have to kill the zombie. I just feel like there's too many. Oops. Yeah. By the way, if you double click, it'll uh align or scatter your dice. Kind of cool. Anyway, I think I have to go for cantrip shenanigans here. I'll try again on this, and then I definitely still want to go for that large single hit. Perfect. So I don't want to try to roll that again. I want to keep this. All right. So we can kill the zombie and that. Oh, that was good. Okay. So now we have the Wiz stunned, so they don't summon anymore. That and the top quartz is gone. We're still in a little bit of trouble. Next round. Is there any? No, there's no way I can. I was thinking maybe I could do like this, that, and then just burst this. But then he's still on this door. So I think the way that I had it before is probably better. Although I'm not sure if it's right to go for that quartz. I think it might be better to just get this low. Yeah, I think that's correct. So I'm gonna do this instead. Yikes. Okay, well, I can't do anything here. This is a million damage this Wiz is doing, by the way. I need to do 3 damage to this bones, definitely. I wish I could have cast one more burn. That would have been so nice. All right, I'll keep this. I gotta try to roll for a better shield there. Okay, so I have. Oh, I can't use that. I have that, and then this, and I have just these 2 heroes left for next round, and one of them is weakened. So I pretty much just have this side. Okay, I roll that side, but that just kills the quartz, and then the whiz will kill both. So I need the cantrip side, or I need the dodge side. Okay, I think I do a. I don't know if my odds of winning are higher if I just. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Wait for the whiz to try to. Yeah, at some point, so looking at it here, at some point I basically have to roll either the cantrip side twice, or roll cantrip dodge, then cantrip attack. Or cantrip dodge, then cantrip again to keep. I think that's my best line to win. Oh, I have one usable dice. Okay, cool. Well, double, double dodge. All right. All right. Nothing happened. Come on, cantrip. Okay. This is terrifying. This is not looking good. I mean, technically I can still win here. Technically. The odds are disgustingly low, but I could. Only plus 26 damage. I still gotta try to roll for that cantrip once, right? Okay. Oh, wrong, hit the wrong target. But making progress. Technically a net gain for the first round in 100 rounds. All right, I guess I keep this. Net 0. Oh no, this is terrifying, but it's also hilarious. If we could pull this off somehow, that would be absolutely hilarious. But I don't. At some point, I feel like I'm just wasting time. No, no, now the Wiz is healing too. All right, another net negative turn. Still going. This is the point where a lot of people would just quit. Also, something like this was the strategy for how people beat the insanely high difficulties. Because there's a blessing that can give monsters pain. But this is looking like a big loss here. My ability to roll that cantrip damage, speak of the devil, is very poor. And I need to have that happen way more often. It's only a 1 in 6. Alright, come on, let me snipe this bones. Okay, let me snipe either of them. Dang it. And now they're back to full. Well, if you're still watching this video and you're sticking through this, I applaud you. Thank you. But yeah, I think this is the last time I'll actually accept a dodge. Unless I get like a double cantrip, I think I'm just gonna have a noble defeat here. Okay, unless I triple dodge. In which case, I guess we keep going one more turn. This is where it'd be nice to have like a draw of some sort. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that. Whoops. Of some sort where it's like, well, it's been over 10 turns, or like, you know, a certain number of turns, and you haven't been able to beat me. But then I would be able to just win every single fight by just spamming this dodge. So, all right, let's just get out of here. I got 1 bones, down to 25 life. All right, GG. That is a generated run. Let's go with another one on normal, and this time I'm just gonna go a little bit faster, just to try to maybe show off some stuff. Let's get that. That's actually a shield. Cool. Mana gain. Alright. Another super nifty spell is cut. You deal 3 damage to a target of your choice to do 2 damage to the top enemy. Seems a little bizarre, seems a little weak, but it's another one of those where you get all the power to manipulate it. Oh wow, these heroes. You get all the power to manipulate it, so you can almost always use it to your advantage. Oh no, yeah, see here's the copycat using cantrip, or copying cantrip. I think I just keep this, right? Because I can do that here. There you go. Oh, this is nice. I like this one. As much as I said range damage is nice, 1 is not. If I lose to a whiz again, you can point back at this point. Like, this is the spot. Right here is where it all went downhill. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I'll keep that. This also is a copycat, so now I have both of these cantrips. This is great. And they both have rerolls too. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I love this. Ah, okay. I got a little too risky there. Oh well, let's cut that. Heal. Actually, no, you're not blocking any. So I actually want to cut here to do this, and then heal and block full there. Mend is a spell just sets a hero's HP to 3. And this actually saves 4. So I'll do that. Which is what Mend used to do, except instead of 3 it was 6. But this is just like a tier 1 version of that spell for 1, which is interesting. Alrighty. I think War Arms is the play here. It gives consistent offense, replaces top and bottom. A lot of generated heroes don't have that at all. Works well for me. Who's hitting here? You are. That copycat side will be really nice if I roll it. Hold on, game. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said the copycat side would be really nice if I roll it. No, okay. Alright, so can't even get the on that, so I guess we just start doing some damage. Here, nothing happens there, and there's the orange here already. This can kill the archer. This can block the blue hero, so I can just roll anything here. Anything besides that? No. Okay. Does this? Yeah, this saves them both. Okay. I'll definitely keep this then. Go here, this. And then I'll keep the mana just in case I need to mend. And then, okay, we make it out. All right, it is the troll again. Hooray. Oh my goodness, look at this hero. 3 heal 6s, add self heal, and glow. This hero is great for healing. I absolutely love this. Let's see, 3 mana, single use good, 1 damage mana gain, 4 1 damage growth, and flick. That's super interesting. Let's see here. Let's go with this red hero. I like the chunky heals. Alright, you're only ever going to do 1 damage. I actually want to have you reroll just for the possible cantrip stuff. Alright. Oh boy. Okay, so this is a disaster. I'm pretty sure this is over. Man, how did I missed so brutally there. Alright, how do we win from here? I have no damage. I guess you have to do your thing, but everyone else kind of has to roll for some kind of mana. Let's see, I can cut. Oops, cut does 3 damage, not 2. I can cut here and then heal 5. And that's pretty good. I think I have to get a cut every single turn for damage. I don't think there's any way I can win without. Okay, you just do your thing. That's good. I don't think this is correct to keep. Okay, I will absolutely take that 1 mana. Oops. Let's do that, and then this, and then I can cut here. So this is nice because I can self-heal this, which keeps that going. But that's just way worse than 6 heal, right? Is this better? No, because I don't even have mend anymore. So as much as I would love the mana gain, it doesn't keep someone alive. Yeah, it does. Heal and shield 1. Never mind. I'm silly. Alright, perfect. Actually, that yellow hero is not really going to do much. I can just overkill the cut, but then I'm only ever doing 2 damage ever. There's no way I can do that, right? So I can do this and then just not cut. I did say a little earlier that I have to cut every single turn. And I do believe that is true. But I'm struggling to figure out how I'm going to win if I do this. So the troll is at 5 health with burst. So next turn I have 4 damage and the troll's going to heal 1. So the troll's going to be at 4. So I still have to generate 2 damage plus like an extra 2 damage from mana. It'll be tough, but I guess it's still possible. Alright, let's just get that out of here. Absolutely keep that. That's super good. Please just any block. Alright. So that's pretty nice. And then I think I have to do this. The troll will be at 5. So how do I do 5 damage with this team? Cut will do 2. 1 more mana will get me burst for 2, and I need 3 mana, so I have to roll exactly this side or the damage and a mana here. I guess it's a plan, so let's go with that. I'm still gonna go for mana. I think we have to try to go for the win here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need a mana here. Hey, look at that. Someone still has to die though for that to happen. So I'm actually going to have. Oh wait, no, they don't. Look at that. We survived somehow. That was a fight. Titanbane, add Dispel and Drink and +1 to the middle left side. So Dispel removes traits from the target for the fight. So anything like this commander, or even this mercenary will get removed. And then Incense from the last video, add right to the top side. I don't think we have either of those are very good with what we have, but I will keep this for later. Right, yeah, I think that because spoilers, this right here, if you roll it on a cantrip, it automatically uses all the rest of your turn. So you might get a whole bunch of rerolls, but you can't use them on anything. So I'll just take this and I'll store it. Oh, actually, no, I'll go with a random tier 2. Why not? Twin daggers. All right. I'm happy with twin daggers. I will, especially with the rerolls that we have. Allegedly, apparently, you know. Perfect. So this landed just before this did. So I actually got the double cantrip here. I think I just reroll again. Great. Almost a kill on the Warchief. And I think this is another one of those teams where I have no chance of overkilling the Warchief by 2 because I can't burst or boost any of these. So I kind of just have to kill them both. The Warchief's dead. Copycat. Is there any? This gives me cleave. Let's see. You're healing here, so I need good block on the blue here, or else they're gone. That is good-ish block. Perfect. It took me a second to realize that the 1 damage I was struggling to block went away from the Warchief. Okay, not enough. That's fine. Do I have a cut target? Yeah, okay. So this should be fine. Alright, and we recovered from that ridiculous troll fight. Alright, so we have a Y2. Two 2 damage Deathwish sides, which I think are fantastic. 2 1 damage poison sides, which I think are also pretty fantastic. 1 damage cleave is alright, and then trash, but 8 health. Then 2 damage poison single use, 2 1 mana single uses, 2 mana decay, 1 damage mana gain, and scald. I definitely think it's the yellow hero here. They just make more sense as a hero to me. So I think I do this to try to really get after the slate. Try to cantrip damage the slate down. What floor is this? 6 that I'm fighting a slate? But it's only 1, so I'll take this. Sure. Great. Another one of those turns that's just so brutal. All right, we'll do this, which doesn't do anything, and then we'll go here, I guess. This is fine. This actually kills the slate, so I'm more looking to heal you. Perfect, thank you. And yeah, why not? We'll still roll and miss everything. Alright. Another fight, not too tricky. Alright. Oh, hey, yeah. Those get unlocked. I forgot about that one. All right, let's see. Lucky is super good on this hero, although we are going to be upgrading them soon. It's also incredibly good on this hero too. So Lucky, change the two left sides +1 but a -2. Mostly trash, but apparently if you have these two randomly generated heroes, it's pretty good. Iron Pendant +1 to incoming shields. There's no steel synergy like we had last time, but it's still a pretty strong thing. I'm just going to take Lucky though. I think this is too good, and also that's pretty good, but just going to put it here. Oh, we have new enemies, by the way. Illusions, they only have 1 health, but they do weaken or petrify, no matter what. And then Cyclops has 15 health, but just like Wiz will get summoned if you hit them right in this eye. I also didn't even realize that this kind of like makes an eye shape where that's like the eyeball, like the yeah. But Cyclops does a ton of damage if you don't stun it. So you definitely need to be looking for a stun and a stun early on the Cyclops. This will kill all the illusions, so I think that's totally worth it. Okay, I don't need to kill all the illusions anymore, but I still want to keep rolling. Ugh. Alright, at least we got something. Actually, I say at least we got something. We also got, you know, casual something, the best side that we could have gotten. I'll cut here and then redo this, which is just a million mitigation. Yeah, that was a super good roll. Alright. Let's see, I think 2 damage is still good because we can get the Cyclops to be stunned this turn. So now we're just looking for maximizing damage because we don't really have to worry about anything. We have this again. That's awesome. All right. So we have that, which stuns. Then we have this. Oh, that's a kill. All right, cool. Slime Queen again. Hey, we have this side. We could check out and see what that does. 7 health and 8 health on our top and bottom heroes. 1 mana Bloodlust can be great for the Slime Queen fight, especially with Flick. That synergizes pretty well. But yet again, more just like single use mana gen. So it'd be almost exclusively the 1 mana Bloodlust. Or actually range damage, but none of it's 2. So it's a little rough in that regard as well. I think the Bloodlust is like a high this is like a high roll hero. I'm not sure about this one. All right, we'll go with I don't know. Hold on, let me think. Any of my items do any good on either of these? It doesn't look like it. All right, let's check this out. Why not? I wanted to check this anyway, so and we'll try to just cantrip down a lot of parts of the Slime Queen too, even though it's not usually the best strategy in the world. Perfect. I guess I keep that. Let's get the Slime Queen to exactly 5. I think we just still go with cantrip here. That's great. Those are great. You're guaranteed to roll 1 damage. But maybe it's heavy and this will be a blank. Okay, no good. Oops. What did I just hit? Oh, I hit glow. And technically good. Technically glow works just fine. Who's still getting hit? These 3 are, so I can do that. And then I could convert 2 mana into 4, but I don't think I need to. Also good rolls. Not complaining about those. All right, we have the dose and this. So I'm gonna grab those just because I think I'm super curious to see what they do. Ooh, that actually might. I think it actually will just straight up kill a Slimer, right? Okay, so this is a 1 or 2. It does 1 damage. Okay. But if I do this, I can do that. And then I can do this. Wait, how much damage did that? Okay, because it wasn't boosted, it's just being used again. So this does 3 damage then? Yes, okay. And then it can be burst. Well, it can be caught. But before I do any of that, I should... Here? Alright, this looks fine. I still could glow, but everyone who's getting hit is at full health, so no rush there. Okay. That seems fine. I just let's get out of this Slimer fight. Alright. So we can do that. Cut first. Cool. In this fight, actually, if I bursted that, they would have full dead. But alright. So we have Charon's Oval, Death Wish to the 2 right sides. We've had that before. Tiara adds self heal to all mana gain and mana and mana gain sides. So this would get self heal because it also has mana gain. These two would get self heal. It seems pretty strong, but also kind of seems pointless at this point. Whereas the Oval at least can get a double proc here. Although I don't necessarily think it's that great either. But I think this is going to be likely to be really difficult to proc on randomly generated heroes, whereas this is not. So I'm going to grab this. And I'll put it here because this hero is just that much more important. Alright, so this is a difficult turn to survive. I think I already survive it. So scratch what I just said. So let's trigger this and just save the mana, because cutting on the Fanatic. Let's get the Fanatic's health low too. Try to just survive this turn and then try to get this damage just done with. I don't know what I'm looking for. So I think that kills. This is a heal on something. Alright, well, let's see. Oh, wrong way. Kills the ghost. And we can heal that. Block this. Heal here. Alright, good enough for me. Alright, so remembering that we have self-heal on every side, both characters have chill, which is 2 damage we can single cast for only 2 mana. So Glacia spell buffed. And then 4 shield ones and then go again, or 3 weaken ones and this cantrip. Only 5 health. I think this is definitely the stronger overall. So I guess, yeah, I should just go with that instead of trying to make anything fancy happen. This weakness, good at shutting down bosses, like very strong at a lot of different things. So I could also put like lucky on this to try to get that, but with only the 1 mana generator, I don't think it's that great. And then with imps on the board, I think I'm actually going to take this off But since nothing's in the background, I will put Worn Arms on. And there was only 2 imps. That was probably silly of me. This, I think... No, it doesn't kill. Yikes. Okay, let's not take these then. That's good. Nothing's summoning, but I can stop the poison. Alright, so... something like this, I think is fine. It's just damage efficient. Although I don't necessarily think I can afford to be super damage efficient right now. I also don't think I have too many other plays. With the reroll, I can go for a high roll. That's awesome. It's likely to save a couple. And still no summoning, so this is not great either. But I also just don't want to blank, so I will hold on to it. Alright, everyone stays alive. Good enough. Yeah, now those wands would have been good on this imp here, but the imp's so close to dying anyway that I think it won't make a difference. I hope. There we go. On to the next floor. Oh, look. It's this fight again. Great. Dragonhide gloves. Copy the middle left. So this is the old reflective gauntlets. And whiskey, the same thing. 2 max HP and 6 empty max HP, which is great for this healer here. Is there any crazy good benefit for me to use Dragonhide gloves at the moment? I don't think so, right? I'll get rid of reroll on that. This is the same. I guess technically this is okay here. But I really need to get this whiz down, so I need to be rolling these. And then max HP is just max HP. So I guess I'll take this because it's just better now. And hope. Because this doesn't look too good. It's another potential just one shot to the whiz. Or getting one shot by the whiz. I guess the same thing, right? I can grab this for weakness. On lucky sides, I would call it. And then... Man, that's such a... I have to just take this and hope to stun it next turn. Or, no, okay. Awesome. I can stun here. Let's see. This 2 weakness shuts it down even if it's 1 weakness. And I think it's the same thing here, right? Yeah, both are completely shut down. So I'm actually just going to take 1 less poison on the zombie. And now, even though I stun the whiz here, I have 2 heroes that actually just cannot do anything right now. Luckily, I have my budget berserker to come in and step up and help save the day a little bit. Yeah, this character doesn't have the reroll side anymore. You aren't weakened, so I'll definitely keep. Actually, I don't know why I'm rolling the sides that don't do anything. This copycats, that's nice. So that gives self and mana gain and self heal. Oh, and then this is just Death Wish instead. So instead of mana, I could actually just do this. All right, I think I'll do that. That's fine. And now my other, actually no, they have single. They're gonna have single use on their sides this turn, which I'm completely fine with. And it's just like what a standard Wiz turn looks like. Oh boy, single use on all that cantrip. Uh-oh, that looks kind of scary. Ah, no. Oh no, it's happening. All right, so I think this kills the Wiz, but I'm not sure what the plan is. Like the plan to survive after this. Yikes. That's only a 50-50 now, so I have to, and this is just a bad side. Oh boy. All right. This might just be another loss because there's nothing I can do to save that. Was hitting the bones for the gray better here? Does save one extra hero. Unfortunately, I lose like my best, but I don't have exactly much of a choice. All right, and I think this is over. I see no way out of this one. Nope. And we can't even infinity dodge. So it turns out even on normal difficulty with randomly generated heroes, whizzes are insane. They get even worse with randomly generated heroes, to be honest. I can knock that quartz out, stay alive for a turn, but I'm not even going to bother because there's no way I'm winning. All right, GG. Another run, died on the same floor, basically same fight, same reason. But there you go. That's a cool checkout of how the new heroes are generated in the new update in the beta. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and thanks for watching.